Hey guys, and welcome back to another video here on the Kizz FC channel. Been a while, a lot of questions, a lot of new followers as well, so thank you for those of you that have subscribed to the channel. Really means a lot to me. It's very, very humbling. A lot of people are also asking if this channel has stopped. No, absolutely not. The channel has not stopped. I know that uploads are not as regular as I would like them to be, but I've got some stuff going on at work, potentially facing redundancy next month, which is obviously a worrying time for me, but at the same time could be good for this channel. If I'm being made redundant, I'll be unemployed as of next month, and I've got all the time in the world to make content for you guys. So maybe it could push me in a direction and could be a blessing in disguise, so to speak. But yeah, I thought I would just give you my 2 cents on the Chelsea Palace game, the early kickoff that we saw this morning. Don't like early kickoffs. It's one of them, the game's early, it can make or break your entire Saturday, When they're, it's a late kickoff, you're like, oh, you might be in a bad mood if Chelsea lose, but it's like, you're going to bed in 3 or 4 hours, mate, so relax. But with the early kickoffs, it's literally your game is done before the others have even started. So it really does have this heightened sense of importance, if you like. But yeah, starting 11. I'll start with that. It worried me a little bit because obviously there was no Mount, there was no Kovacic, and for me, they're like 2 of the first names on the team sheet. They're crucial to the way we play, the tempo, the work rate, and everything like that. So leaving Mount out, I get he's played a lot of games recently, but leaving Mount and Kovacic out on the same day really had me a little bit worried. Yeah, for our midfield, I thought we were going to get overrun. Obviously, we had N'Golo Kante in there, but Jorginho is a bit hit and miss at times. I think it's fair to say. Thankfully, today was one of his hit days. I thought he was superb. Then we see Callum Hudson-Odoi getting a big opportunity. Pleased for him. He's a player that there is a lot of hype around. I'm not sure I fully understand that hype. I'm not sure I've seen enough to be like, wow, this is Hudson-Odoi. Linked with Bayern Munich, paid big money every week, demanded a huge contract. And for me, I haven't seen anything to warrant that yet. But he is still young. He is still growing. And to be fair to him, he was lively today. He gets in some good positions, and I think all he needs to improve is his decision making and his end products. If he had a Trent Alexander-Arnold level cross on him that was pinpoint to a striker every single time, he'd get 30 assists in a year. Do you know what I mean? But he's still young, he's still learning. We also saw Timo Werner on the left, which for me is not his strongest position. I would like to see Timo through the middle, playing on the shoulder of the last defender. I know he's pacey, and I know traditionally your wingers are your kind of paciest players to get taken on the defenders and run beyond. But I would like to see him through the middle, and I'd like to see Kai Havertz behind him. They've got a great understanding, those two. So I'm looking forward to the day that happens. I don't think when you're playing with like a lone number 9, Frank likes to have a little man there. He likes Giroud, he likes Tammy, big guys, hold it up, can lay the ball off to other people and then make a run and, just be the general link-up guy. That's not Timo Werner's game, is it? But after watching the first half, I was stressed. A little bit stressed. I was, half-time coming. I was really disappointed with what I've seen. Lack of tempo, lack of desire, lack of motivation. Had a lot of the ball, not really done anything with it. And I was thinking, here we go, this is more of the same. Bloody camera died, lads, halfway through recording that bit. So, switching cameras, back on the webcam. Blech. But yeah, second half, you could say, I don't know when the camera died either. Yeah, anyway, I was saying at the end of the first half, I was a bit stressed. I would have bitten your hand off for a 1-0 victory. I think second half, you could say, was a completely different story, but I don't think that was necessarily the case. I think, Ben Chilwell really set himself apart. He got us the goal. I think he was definitely man of the match today. But the thing that pleased me about the second half is, yes, even though we struggled to break Palace down and they'd come in to defend and we ultimately took the lead through a defensive error, it was what happened once we had the lead. We were a lot more ruthless. Our game management in recent weeks has been so poor. And when we take a 1-0 lead, I have zero confidence actually that we're going to hold it. Today was slightly different. We started to hold the ball really well. We had Thiago Silva being a calming influence to everybody. He's 36. He's very experienced, and he will teach the young players, Tomori, the Zumas of this world, how to win games like that, how to grind out results. He's been there and done it. Kurt Zouma was solid again. Obviously grabbed himself a goal. Ben Chilwell turning provider this time after a volley and us 1-0 in front. And yeah, Chilwell, it's so nice to have a left back that can finally run and get up and down the pitch. I mean, Alonso's great going forward, but defensively he struggles to get back and he's often caught out of position. It's a tough job. It's not something I wouldn't want to do. You've got to be extremely fit and relatively quick, and I think Chilwell ticks both of those boxes. We definitely had Jorginho pulling the strings. What he does well Like I said, with Kante next to him, his lack of pace doesn't matter too much. What he's done well today is, he reminded me today of Fabregas. I know that's a massive comparison, but when he gets the ball, Jorginho, he sets a tempo and he turns defence into attack really quickly. He's done a really nice ball in the first half, but some great balls into the second half. He just plays it into the space for the likes of Werner, Havertz, and and Tammy to get on the end of it, and that's dangerous. And you need players like that. And I think his composure on the ball is something that we lack. And let's talk about composure from the penalty spot, shall we? Obviously, he took a pen against Brighton, then missed one in the second game against Liverpool, then scored one in the shootout against Spurs, I think, if I remember rightly, and then gets a penalty today. And you're thinking, oh my God, it takes so much courage and belief in yourself to stick with your own unique penalty style. But he did, and it paid off big time. Slotted it home, 3-0. At that point, it's definitely game over. Then Kai Havertz goes and wins another penalty, and then Tammy comes in, right? And at this point, a lot of people going, yeah, give it to Tammy. He's a striker. He wants goals. I'm of the opinion that that's not helpful, mate. Like, I get that you want to score goals, and I'm super happy that you're hungry. I'm sure Kai Havertz is on there wanting to take penalties. I'm sure Timo Werner wants to take penalties. But you have a designated penalty taker, somebody that's on the pitch and has already scored one penalty. What you're doing is not helpful to the team or to Jorginho in any way, shape or form. It creates a debate. You know it's going to be a talking point. At this point, I'd like to say fair play to Aspi for stepping up, being the captain and going, do you know what? I'm taking charge of this situation. Give me the ball. Jorginho, it's yours. Steps up again, scores. Despite all of that, puts it all behind him. Ice in his veins. 4-0. And it wasn't a 4-0 game, if we're being really honest. It wasn't like we were missing chance after chance, creating, this, that and the other. But it's so nice to get a 4-0 win. I'm not going to sit here and pick holes in our performance. It's a rare scenario. We've got a clean sheet. Mendy's confidence must be going through the roof with that. Didn't have an awful lot to do today, so is he the right man for the job? I don't know, but we kept a clean sheet, so you can't really suggest otherwise. And I just think that was a really important win going into now the international break. If we'd have drawn that game, or maybe just a 1-0 win, we'd have gone into the international break, not full of confidence, not on cloud nine. You've got to remember, this is a process. This is going to take time. We've got a lot of new players. We also didn't have the proper pre-season to embed them in. So this is going to take time. I don't want to sound like Lampard, but it's true. What he says is correct. I know there is a Lampard out brigade, as there is with any manager. I'm not personally in that, but I'm also not so pro-Lampard that I can't see his, that I'm looking past his flaws. There are some flaws as well, and he's a growing manager. So as his team grows and his players grow, I think it's a really exciting time to be a Chelsea fan. Over the next year, 2 years, 3 years. I think there'll be silverware. I think it's in the DNA of the club to win silverware. But let me know your thoughts. What did you think of today's game? Man of the match contenders for me, Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell, or Jorginho. I think I'll give Chilwell the nod. He got it officially anyway, but I was really pleased to see the impact he had. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. This channel is not going anywhere. There will be more content coming as we go throughout the season. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.